There is no music when you win here, no applause, no energy boosts, no motivational quotes. This system doesn't celebrate effort. It doesn't care how hard it was. It doesn't wait for you to feel ready, because ready is a myth, and feelings are the enemy of execution. What you're about to install isn't a productivity system. It's not self-help. It's not a new morning routine. It's a kill switch for hesitation, for emotion, for everything that's been slowing you down. This is the operating system built for collapse. When motivation is gone, when your body says no, when your mind is drowning in noise, you've run that soft system long enough. The one that relies on willpower. This one runs on code. Cold, repetitive, violently consistent. There's no version of you trying your best. There's only two states, executing or decaying. And from this moment forward, there's no turning back. This is the beginning of something darker and more powerful than you've ever known. Welcome to the Requiem Protocol. Let the reset begin. They told you your mind needs fuel, motivation, energy, excitement, clarity. They painted effort as something you must feel right to apply. They said once you feel better, you'll finally move. They lied. Because there's a moment, the void, when nothing inside you responds. No spark, no drive, no emotion, no resistance either. Just blank. Only stillness. Only the crushing, suffocating weight of everything you should be doing. Most people get stuck here. They collapse. They wait. And eventually, they quit. And that's exactly where we begin. Because the Requiem Protocol wasn't built for the energized or enthusiastic. It wasn't made for peak performance or high achievers at their best. It was built for collapse, for numbness, for people who feel dead inside but still force themselves to move forward, for systems that are down but refuse to shut off. This protocol doesn't ask how you feel. It doesn't inquire about how you slept. It doesn't offer empathy or encouragement. This is not therapy. It's not self-help. This is an internal operating system, built to execute, built to do, built to ignore emotion and obey the program. Step 1. Deactivate the civilian mind. The first step is not inspiration, not a new routine, not a productivity hack. It's deletion. You must eliminate the mindset that emotions control action, because you've been programmed like a civilian. If I don't feel like it, I won't. If I'm tired, I'll rest. If I'm not ready, I'll wait. This mindset, it's poison to performance. It amplifies hesitation. It trains your system to obey emotion instead of mission, and it makes your decisions hostage to your internal weather. From this moment on, emotion is not the operator. Command is, every morning, initiate the override. Say it calmly, flatly, no energy, no hype. I am not tired. I am not overwhelmed. I am executable. Repeat again, 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 until the emotional noise dies, until silence returns, until all that remains is clarity of command. This isn't toxic positivity. This isn't fake courage. This is mechanical control. You're not waiting to feel like acting. You act and the feelings catch up later. Your thoughts, background noise, hesitation, irrelevant. You are not your emotions. You are the interface between command and consequence. And this is where the civilian mind dies, and the cold operator is born. Step 2. Micro-command initiation. You don't start with finish the project. You don't even start with sit down to work. That's human. That's vague. That's weak. Civilians think in goals. Operators think in commands. Strip every task down to its smallest executable instruction. Open your laptop. Turn on the light. Click the file. Type one word. Stand. Move. Begin. That's where the power is in the atom of execution. And once the command is clear, you act within 5 seconds. No gap. No thought. No friction. Because hesitation is the virus. It reloads the old OS: fear, doubt, analysis, avoidance, but instant motion, that creates loyalty to the mission. Each immediate motion tells your nervous system, we do not need permission to act. We are the permission. This is neuroprogramming, not motivation. This is automation by force. You're not finishing the project, you're training the machine. And every small action proves the system is operable. Command, act, repeat. Command, act, reset. On loop. Welcome to mechanical dominance. Step 3. Detach from results. This system doesn't care how hard it feels. It doesn't hand out medals. It doesn't throw a parade when you finish your to-do list. That's validation culture, civilian stuff. Here, there are no dopamine hits, no high fives or serotonin spikes. The rule is simple. When you finish a task, say to yourself, coldly, mechanically, that was expected. What's next? No pride, no self-congratulation. Just reset and execute the next command. This is how you eliminate emotional dependency. You end the addiction to feedback. Now you don't work for pleasure. You work because your system requires it. You don't chase motivation anymore. You run the protocol. Command, execute, reset, over and over, until discipline replaces dopamine. Step 4. Loop until you forget you're tired. There is no finish line. There is only the next command. This isn't some mental switch you flip. It's a loop, a rhythm, a protocol repeated until time dissolves, until fatigue becomes static, until distraction gets buried in the signal, until doubt has no oxygen left. That's when you enter the Requiem zone. You don't think, you don't reflect, you don't negotiate, you just continue. Micro command, micro action, system reset. You repeat until the nervous system gives up the fight, until resistance breaks before your momentum. This is not flow state. It's something colder. It's identity override. You aren't tired, not because fatigue vanished, but because it became irrelevant. And when everything else fades into the background, that's when the machine is fully running. Step 5. Kill the need for readiness. Let this sink in. You will never feel ready. Not today, not tomorrow. Waiting to feel ready is how people build a legacy of nothing. Just one more hour, after a coffee, when I feel better. That's the slow death of purpose. It's the code of the average. But you operate in darkness. You move in silence. You execute without readiness. Because readiness is a luxury. Execution is survival. You don't act from energy anymore. You act from protocol. You obey the structure. Even when your system is screaming for rest or relief, you execute. And when the people around you freeze, you keep moving. When their systems collapse, yours runs silently, without complaint. You no longer operate like the normal. You are not human in the way they are. You are systemized, directive-driven, cold, functional, dangerous, and that's what makes you unstoppable. Not hype, not charisma, not even raw talent. It's your ability to act when every cell in your body begs you to stop. That's not performance. That's evolution.